Okay, welcome to the USFFL playoffs. We have a divisional round here. Matchup between Tampa Bay and Seattle. The StreamYard feed has been so slow lately, and I'm not sure why, um, but it really has. So hopefully it usually does not affect the end product that you're going to see after this is recorded. But in game, it's kind of slow moving place to place within StreamYard. Usually it's because of your internet connection if it ever slows down, but this has been strong. Just StreamYard's been giving me trouble lately. Don't know. Anyway, we have a really good matchup here between the 2 seed Seattle Seahawks and wild card Tampa that advanced in a win over NFC East champion Dallas in the first round. And we're just trying to get off the ground with the game here, and Vince and Dennis are having a little trouble with the game number. That will give us a chance here, hopefully, to do a couple things. One of those would be to pull up the bracket. I'm just going to do it that way today. First, I need to share my whole screen to do that, so stand by. Okay, we're going to share whole screen. Come on, StreamYard. Here we go. Okay. And I had some trouble with my mic last time too, by the way. So let me see if I can test that while we have a second here. Audio testing. Yep, see a little green bar, so we're good there. Okay. These guys are still chit-chatting for whatever reason. There's our bracket, finally. So we're right here in this 5 versus 2 matchup, Tampa-Seattle. San Francisco advanced on Saturday over Atlanta in convincing fashion to move on to number 1 seed, Green Bay. We don't have a scheduled time on that game yet. And there's our new GN, 29026. We will punch that in and hopefully be on our way here. No, we're not. We'll see how it goes. I'll pull up the regular season stats here for both sides. And we have, you see here, the number 2 seed Seattle in the NFC, 14-3. Tampa gave the division to Atlanta, the upstart Falcon team that just got eliminated. And finished 10-7, but finished very, very strongly. Do not underrate this team. I think those of us in the USFFL have seen Tampa struggle all year and sort of just don't think as highly of them as we might. But it's a strong team, top to bottom. And as we try to get this game number straightened out. And I got some DMs here. Let me grab my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Let's see what we have here for game number 29026. Okay, we'll try it again. Maybe I just entered it incorrectly. Okay, we've got a game. Good news. At least we think we do. Okay. And we haven't missed a beat. Just starting out here We've got a line buck, Rashad Perry on first down, guessed wrong, and it's 4 yards on this excellent run defense of Tampa. So speaking of the strengths of this Tampa team and why they shouldn't be underestimated coming into this game, which I imagine if you're not a USFL member and you're watching this game right now, we do have this game out on the StratFan Forum link. You might think, well, by nature, Tampa would be the favorite. But again, inside the league, we've seen Tampa struggle. Well, just to remind everybody inside the league of their strengths, we have an excellent run defense here. We just went through Battle Royale, which is Dennis's modern latest set league, where participants draft team units and run guessed wrong to Penny. And he's got a short gain for 16. Seattle picks up a quick first down to the 45-yard line. And when you draft those units, you're drafting an entire DB unit or entire D line or entire O line of each individual of any of the 32 teams in the modern set. Well, I mean, Tampa's short pass Everett, 3 men in zone, gets him for 13 yards. And you see a somewhat weak pass defense card. Well, it is. I think it's rated average to poor. Yeah. But look at those DBs. Best ratings in the set, 21. That's tied with Tennessee and Buffalo and New England, depending on how you line them up. Another guess wrong opportunity, 4 yards, 2nd and 6. And so that 5.56 really, I think, is the best. So best rated DBs, whether average to poor or not, you can leave those guys alone covering man. You got a 6.6 free safety to do work on the run, too. Another guess wrong opportunity, 14 yards. And Seattle's on the move to the 24 of Tampa. Now, on the offensive side, you have probably the best offensive line in the league with Tampa. And we all know Brady's good, and we all know Tampa's halfbacks aren't good, and really its most notable weakness. But don't sleep on those tight ends and receivers either. One of the top receiving cores in the league. Went top 3 in Battle Royale among wide receivers. DBs went number 1. Offensive line went number 1. Pretty strong across the board. Linebackers even bring some blitz, and they were drafted as well. They were drafted high, but they were drafted. Flat pass Disley, another situation, but just 5 yards with no men in the zone. And that's one of the great things about Strat. We can talk all day about Tampa's weaknesses and strengths, and especially their strengths here, as we've highlighted on this first drive. But if you're not guessing the way you need to guess, doesn't much matter. The chess match of Strat typically trumps all. Blocking back now versus 3-4. Carson's checked into the backfield for Seattle. On this 2nd and 5. It's a flat pass. Guessed wrong. One man there. He makes the play. Levante David. The 6th. The ratings show up just at the right time and generates a 3rd and 5. And Tampa has a chance to get off the field here, holding Seattle potentially to a field goal attempt. Let's see if it happens. This is a spot where Dennis particularly likes to run. Tough spot here, though, with this Tampa defense in front of them. Not many chances for 5 yards, but can certainly set up a 4th and short. Blocking back versus 3-3-5. Short pass. Dallas. 4 men in zone. And it's incomplete. Not well called, not a particularly high percentage play there for Seattle. And here's Jason Myers on for the kick for the Hawks to try to open the scoring here. The kick is good, 3-0, 11:42 left, first quarter. Seattle takes the lead. And here comes Tampa and Tom Brady following a touchback. Things to watch here. Well, Dennis usually likes going to the 3-3-5, no matter the offensive formation. So that might push Tampa into 3 wide. Let's see, maybe just testing the waters here. See what Seattle does. See if he reacts as usual. Does not. Goes with 4-3. Tampa probably likes seeing that. Seattle run defense is strong. Linebuck, just 4 yards. It's a 1-1-1 injury, and it's O.J. Howard. So it could have been a lot worse. He's out for the half. Could have been a lot worse for Tampa on a 1-1-1 and escapes with not only O.J. Howard, but also just a half for O.J. Howard. we've got a good rated run defense and a poor rated pass defense. As you can see, the ratings of the Seattle secondary are not so bad. You got a 6, you got a 5, and you got a 4 and a 0. A little bit of everything. As we check injuries across the board here. Linebook again to Ronald Jones on this 2nd and 6. Gets 15. Up to the Tampa 44. So we've got Ndamukong Suh out, Golston out, and now O.J. Howard, and just Brandon Shell for Seattle. So Golston and Suh, both meaningful members of the Tampa squad. Now going 3 wide here on first down. It's an end run to Fournette, looking to avoid the one die. Does that. Taylor can't make the play, 5 yards on first down. So Suh and Golston loses both ends. We're both 4s. Neither bring notable pass rush. As a matter of fact, one of the replacement ends brings 5 pass rush, which is what Suh brought. So now 2nd and 5. Brandon Shell is a loss of a tackle. Off tackle, Jones. So a lot of running here so far. And 7-yard pickup. Ronald Jones. So running right into Tampa's supposed weakness, which is never a bad idea to do that. Try to establish them, loosen up the best guys for later. You see a lot of running here so far from Tampa. Tampa 24th in the league overall in rushing, choosing to run 35% of the time. Again, good for 24th out of 32 teams in the league. Short pass, Godwin. He's double teamed by Ryan Neal. It's complete anyway on Brady's card. 11 yards. So, you gotta know those double teams are coming from Seattle. 3rd highest double team caller on defense in the league with 630 double team calls this season. 5th in the league in effectiveness at 12%. Linebuck, Jones. A lot of double teaming going on this guest pass. 6 yards on the single box. Man was there. 2nd and 4. And by the way, Tampa was the number 1 double teamed against on offense, no matter who they were playing. Finished 17th in effectiveness, so right in the middle of the pack. Their opponent was 11% effective. So you expect to see a lot of double teams here. In the pass rush matchups, as you can see right here, last time around, we'll have to look again. You saw all 0s. That's double teamed or not. That's probably a big part of Tampa Bay's game plan. It's been a big part of their success story. Flat pass to Gronk. He misses on his very nice flat pass right card. 3rd and 4 now from the Seattle 27, 7:48 left. First quarter. 3-0 Seattle. Tampa trying to take the lead or tie it here. Faces this 3rd and 4. On 3rd and 4s, they were 6th in the league in converting. Well, Seattle was 13th in the league in stopping them. In this situation, this team likes to throw in the flats. And there you see a look-in pass to Godwin. King on the run gets 10 yards. Finished 5th in the league, flat passing in that situation. 5th highest play calling frequency. And dump-offs definitely muddle that up a bit, but it's good after about 1,100 plays. That's statistically significant. 1st and 10 now from the red zone is Tampa at the 17-yard line. Guess wrong linebucker. Right back to Fournette. Looking for a hole up the middle. He finds his short gain, 11 yards. Going to put him at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. 1st and goal situations, Tampa does a great job of spreading it out, not top 10 or bottom 10 in either running or short pass. Right in the middle, you love to be there going into the playoffs. Probably the most important tendency of all is your 1st and goal. Now we have penalties here, so it mucks it up a little bit. Guessed wrong run for Fournette. Needs 6, gets just 1. 2nd and 5. On defense, Seattle finished 26th in the league in red zone efficiency. The Tampa offense finished 16th. in red zone efficiency. That has a lot to do with their running. See, Vita Vea now check in at blocking back, who gives them the 5. And you have nice run ratings even without that full house. Just a really strong line here. That boosts the entire running game. Don't need to go full. Blocking back versus a blitzing 4-3. Well, we say don't need to go full until that 6 rolls up against the 5, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's see here. 2nd and goal. Vita Vea does not bring pass blocking. He brings 5 run blocking, so that's an opportunity for the safety. My buck. Fournette, guessed wrong. Man there. The guard makes the play. Ali Marpet, his 6. Pushes Leonard Fournette into the end zone at 6-3 Tampa. Suck up on for the extra point. It is good. And we have a 7-3 Tampa lead here with 5:42 left in the first quarter. Touchback puts Seattle at the 25. Stepping away for just a second. Okay. Haven't missed a play. 1st and 10. The Seattle offense, 12th in the league in running, and you see a line buck. And Vita Vea will shut that down for a 1-yard gain. Top 10 in running on 1st down. Overall, like I said, 12th in the league at 42%. And then 5th in the league going deep, 8% of the time. Seattle went deep this year. 2nd and 9 is a spot where they like to do it. 3rd in the league going long. Flat pass, Disley. 1 man there. He's a 4. And hits the 6 white die. Would have gone the other way. We had an automatic pick. So 3rd and 2. So Seattle trying to not go 3 and out here. I don't think that's a possibility. I think they'll go for it unless we have a sack or something here. If they don't make it, it's an off tackle. Carson, he loses 2. That makes it a little bit more difficult here on a 4th and 4. Still doesn't have to worry about contain. What do the Seahawks do here? It's a very Eagles-like go for it situation watching the game last night, and here you go. 4th and 4. As you'd expect, Seattle up toward the top in all 4th down categories. 4th in attempts, number 1 in absolute number of conversions, 4th in conversion percentage. From their own 31, it's Chris Carson in the backfield on this 4th and 4. Everett in front of him in the blocking back formation, awaiting the formation of Tampa. They go 3-3-5, trusting that excellent run defense to make a play. Of course, does not preclude them from calling run if they'd like, obviously. It's a big short pass situation here for Seattle this year, although I don't know how many attempts they've had 4th and 4. So can't really count on that stat too much. Not blitzing. Waiting for the play call. Here we go. Short pass. Lockett. He's double teamed by Antoine Winfield. Looking for a dump off. Does not get it. 6 on the white die. Would have been complete. The double team makes the play, and Tampa Bay takes over at the Seattle 31. 3:36 left first quarter and a 7-3 lead. Great call there from Coach Vince. Shutting down the short pass to Lockett. Linebucker. Ronald Jones gets 6. 2nd and 4. Now, all this running early, worth checking in on the carries. 16 left for Fournette, so plenty there. More so it would seem. Ronald Jones, 9 left on this 2nd and 4. Big short pass spot for Tampa, though many places are. Linebucker Jones this time guessed right. Needing 4 yards, gets 1, 3rd and 3. Tampa finished 2nd in the league in short passing at a 30% clip. And where they truly feasted is on dump-offs. With this offensive line, they've got a good shot there. But you see an injury here. What's going on there? Am I missing something? Okay, that's with Seattle. So we haven't seen a pass yet for this possession. So you see when Seattle has the ball, they do have to worry about that offensive tackle injury. Yes, they've got an 88% chance. But right now we got a 3rd and 3 from the Seattle 24-yard line for Tampa. Trying to secure this scoring opportunity and try to keep the drive going. Flat pass, Evans. Man is there, guessed right. He can't bring it in. 4th and 3. Looks like Seattle is going to try to get away with just a 3-point effect on the missed 4th down. The kick is good, but a flag is down. It's going to force him back to the 29. Suckup is, again, 2 through 8-12 here, but now carries some variable risk to push him back to 2 to 3 from deep. Let's see. He hits it on the 8. So 10-3 is your score here. 2:06 left first quarter. Make that 1:48 left. 8 yards deep is DJ Dallas. Probably not good enough for a return. Tampa's return team improved versus last year, but still not strong. Running 39, 36, and 41 on 7-8-12. 1st and 10. Seattle starting this 3rd drive, down 10-3, with 1:48 left in the first from their own 25-yard line. Short gain. Carson picks up 13. Up to the 38. First and 10. Flat pass, guess wrong, Carson. Just 5 yards. They want a little bit more than that, but still nonetheless a nice first down gain. 2nd and 5. Guessed wrong opportunity for Russell Wilson. This team did not throw in the flat very much this year. 25% clip, which was 31st in the league. You saw that flat pass on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Three wide, 2 running back, short pass, guessed wrong to Everett, 10 yards, 1st down, past midfield now. As the clock ticks down in the first quarter, 18 seconds left. 1st and 10 for Seattle here. 2 tight, Everett and Parkinson on board. And you see right here, Stone Forsythe, the substitute right tackle, facing a substitute defensive end who brings 5 pass rushes. Here's a short pass, Parkinson. It's 14 yards. So Russell Wilson, a 7 for 10 start, 66 yards, puts the Seahawks at the Tampa 35-yard line. 1st and 10 as we start the 2nd quarter. Tampa leads 10-3. Blocking back versus 3-3-5. Linebucker, Carson, dare him to run. Dennis will do it. Carson can find another short gain. He can. 16 yards. But he fumbles. It's recovered by the offense. Carson, not a big fumbler this year, but elevated, no doubt. Right there, you see a 13.6. Not as bad as he used to be, but nonetheless, coughs it up. Seattle, fortunate enough to pick it up Seattle's 4th in the league in recovering fumbles overall, which is a pure luck play. Tampa comes in 16th. 6 yards for a first down now, and that second down run by Carson. Up to the Tampa 25, 13:48 left, second quarter, 10-3 Tampa leads Seattle. Seattle looking to tie it up here. If they can complete this drive, blocking back with Carson behind Gerald Everett. Disley now as tight end, as Parkinson heads back to the bench. It's a key, which falls to guest right due to linebackers not plugging holes. It is 2nd and 10 after no gain on Carson's guest right column. Blocking back, Penny now back in the ball game for Seattle. These 2 injured defensive ends gives Seattle a bit of an opportunity to get around the end. Penny good out there. Guessed wrong. Guessed right. Maybe just he's not great. Slightly above average. Flat pass Disley. Man is there. He's going to get a loss of 1. It's going to bring us to 3rd and 11 from the 26. Two through 7-12 here for Jason Myers if it comes to that. DJ Dallas in the backfield. He brings 2 pass block. Major pass threat here is Shaquille Barrett, who will be up against this 5. So not much there. I mean, really, it's the end. Long pass, DJ Dallas. 80% chance for that end. It's a must run for 8. 4th and 3 now for Seattle. Prime conversion territory here for Seattle. 12:18 left. I would say they're going to go for it again, if I had to guess. And there you do. We see a blocking back formation for Seattle on this 4th and 3. Tampa trying to come up with their second 4th down stop in as many attempts if they can pull this off here. Blocking back with Carson behind Everett. Disley as your tight end. It's a 3-4 base defense this time for Tampa. You saw the short pass that was correctly double teamed on the last time around. What are we going to see this time? You might want to, Carson, I don't know how he does around the end, but 4th down, you don't mind losing yards. Attack those zeros. I don't know if Carson's the right guy to do it. Short pass, Everett, 4-man in zone. A little bit of pass rush. Here we go. Wilson drops back, and he's flushed. Needs 3 yards. He gets none on an incompletion. Chris Carson can't pull it in, and Tampa makes the stop again. Now they'll start out from their own 18-yard line. 12 minutes left in this first half with a 10-3 lead. Ronald Jones is your halfback. Behind Vita Vea. Evans, Gronk, and Godwin are your primary receiving threats. It's linebacker. Jones. Man is there. Guessed wrong. Dreaded 5. No gain. 2nd and 10. So getting some linebacker movement. Not really getting run calls yet, as Tampa's forced the issue on the run here. But let's see if he takes note of the linebacker movement and tries to press it in the flats a little bit more. Linebuck, Fournette. Guessed wrong. Nobody home. Up against the nickel this time. On the 2nd and 10, just gets 3, and there's a personal foul against Seattle for 15 yards. So, avoid a 3rd and 7 on the penalty. Seattle, penalty-wise, middle of the pack in terms of penalties called against them. They don't draw many against their opponents. As a matter of fact, they're last in the league in drawing penalties against their opponent. Tampa, bottom 10 in just about every category. Short pass, Mike Evans. He's going to get a long gain for 59. It goes to the 3-men card on the 4-3 defense. So that's a victory right there for Tampa to draw the 4-3 instead of consistent nickels. Seattle decides to go for the blitz instead, generating the 3 men in zone, hits the 12, 59 yards down to the Seattle 5-yard line. It's a 1st and goal for Tampa. Mike Evans with a huge catch. 10:30 left, first half. Here we go, 1st and goal. We talked about Tampa doing a nice job of mixing run and pass inside the 10. We have a joiner. We'll add him just a second. Linebacker Brady. He's not double teamed. Guessed wrong. Just gets a yard as the key went to the other back. And here comes the big chief. Welcome, Tim Irvin, our commissioner. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you've had a chance to watch on YouTube so far, but it's been a interesting first quarter into the second here. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Tampa looking to go up by 2 scores here?
Sure are.
Wow.
Too tight. Short pass. Guessed wrong. Opportunity for Brady. Can he find Gronk? He can. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 16-3. Here comes Suckup, where he's 2 through 10, 12 to try to make it 17-3. It's good. Walking into this, Commish, what are your initial thoughts and impressions?
I just know that Dennis has got a lot of history of winning in this and other leagues, and I would be thrilled to be up on him by 2 touchdowns at this point, no matter what the matchup. So got to give Coach Vince credit here.
So Vince, for Tampa, the Tampa coach, drew a 4th down stop on a correctly called short pass double team on a 4th and 4.
Nice.
To get 3 of his points. There's a draw, guessed right, sniffed out, 2nd and 11. And that drive was also off of a 4th down stop. That 4th down stop happened in the red zone of Tampa. Seattle was going in at the 18-yard line. And it was a dump off that was foiled on the receiver card. And then 2 plays later, Mike Evans hit the long gain on Seattle's short pass card to get it to the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Tampa's other touchdown, as you see a blocking back versus 3-3-5 here. It's a short pass. Everett, 4 men in zone. A little bit of pressure coming. Incomplete. Brings a 3rd and long. The other touchdown was a traditional 11-play, 75-yard drive.
Yeah.
For Tampa. So I know I had spoken to you privately, and I've said it on the broadcast, don't overlook this Tampa team. Short pass, 14 yards. Big conversion for Russell Wilson. I don't know if you heard that breakdown, Tim.
Or not. Yeah, I remember you telling me that privately for sure.
Yeah, it just comes down to, just to review it, I mean, the number 5 overall pick in Battle Royale were the Tampa Bay DBs. As you can see there, 5-5-5-6 with the backup 4.
Yeah.
Number 1 offensive line. Top 5 receivers. Flat pass, Chris Carson, 5 yards, 2nd and 5. You get Vita Vea in the middle. You get Gronk, is a fantastic tight end. The only thing they don't have is running backs. And Vince has done a nice job so far forcing the run so far in today's game. He's not really drawn run calls as much as formational changes to Seattle that Tampa has managed to take advantage of.
Okay.
The biggest example being, as we've seen all year, Seattle likes to go 3-3-5 here. We have a long pass to Metcalf, man back. Gets 27 yards on Wilson's card. Big completion. And Seattle now at the Tampa 30-yard line as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. He went 4-3 on that long pass, on that long gain, short pass to Mike Evans. Typically, Seattle's going to have 4 men in that zone. 6-yard gain. Alex Collins is gone for the rest of the year. And Seattle not shy about using Collins. You know, his card is, not, there's one short gain on there. Maybe there's one. But he's been using them this year with success, by the way. See, Collins leads the team in carries, 160. Significant loss.
Looks like Penny had a significantly better yards per carry, though.
Yeah, as you'd expect. He's just limited with his carries.
Yeah.
So he just had to distribute them. So Penny gives you 119. Collins gave him 108. That's off the board. Chris Carson's at 54, so he's low use.
How many carries is Penny into already in this game?
We'll check and just going through the backups here. DJ Dallas is at 33, so he's also low use. So far, Penny on this 3rd and 1 here, too tight with Carson versus a 3-4. Keyed is Wilson. He'll lose a yard. 4th and 2, big call.
Wow.
And he gets it on the defensive card. Penny has 5 carries already. That's significant. Good point there. 4th and 2 from the 22. Seattle insisting on converting a 4th down here sooner or later.
Wow.
This would be epic if Tampa can yet again stop Seattle here. 4th and 2 from the 22. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Tampa leading 17-3.
Seems like I remember a loss for Seattle down the stretch that I watched where multiple times going for 4th down kind of backfired early. Trying to remember who that might have been against. Maybe the Rams? I can't remember.
We'll take a look in a second. I'm curious if these two teams played too. We didn't check that yet.
And I could be totally wrong.
Too tight versus a non-blitzing 3-4. Just needs 2 yards. Even against this excellent D, there's lots of ways to get 2. Even with men in the zone. It's on linebacker.
Big call.
Not with 2 men in the zone. 4th and 2.
Such a high leverage moment in this game.
Carson is keyed. He stopped for no gain.
Wow.
Beautifully done. Coach Vince stepping up.
In the clutchest of moments, too.
Isn't it? Isn't that the truth?
Based on what you described and what I just saw, that's incredible.
Yep. Sure is. Keyshawn Vaughn checks in for Tampa. His first appearance that we've noticed anyway. And he'll get the ball, guessed right. So gets 5, avoids the plus 15 on that very good Seattle run D. Thought he was heading for 15. Keyshawn Vaughn. He's got some short gains, but he only has 36 attempts. So he'll be limited from low usage at this 14-point level. He will anyway. Linebuck Ronald Jones, and that's something to keep an eye on, 4-yard gain. So if this gets up to a 15-point lead, Tim, then the low usage running backs can start to be used without penalty. While the game's at 15 points. So those that are higher lower use actually lose those chains around their ankles, if you will. Okay, that slows down those running backs. But the guys who are really low, keep them on. Those weights stay on their ankles until the score gets to be 24 points, at which it changes. So we're not there yet with a 14-point margin. We may never get there. 3rd and 1 from their own 31. It's Ronald Jones with Vita Vea blocking. In this blocking back formation, non-blitzing 4-3. Another big conversion opportunity in this game. A lot of options for Tampa here. It's a linebucker to Brady, guessed right. Brady gets his yard on the 7. 1st down, Tampa. Fournette would be your typical guessed right runner that you want in there, but it was Ronald Jones.
Just to set the record straight, I didn't find that game where I thought I recalled Dennis had missed a lot of several 4th down conversions that kind of stacked up. The only one I saw is the Green Bay game that he lost by a point. He was 2 for 6 on 4th downs. Maybe I was thinking of that one, but I don't know. So,
thank you.
As I look back trying to find the game I remembered, all I saw was him showing quite a bit of success with his 4th down conversions in these games.
Yeah, and he has. I mean, he's 4th in the league in conversion percentage.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me. I knew that he did it a lot, and I knew that he was successful a lot. But there's still the same idea where you live by the sword, you can die by the sword. And I thought I remembered a game where I saw that sword kind of getting away from him in one game. But unless it's the Green Bay game quite a while ago, and I don't know that 2 for 6 on fourth downs. I don't know if those were all early. Plus, the score looked like it was even late. So I don't think that's when I remembered I could be just getting old, Anthony.
3rd and 9 here. Evans is double teamed and hits a complete pass. However, a mandatory penalty will make it 3rd and 14. That would have been Brady's second double team completion on his card today, but it's wiped away.
Well, I gotta sign off. I wanted to pop in and say hello and thank you very much for picking up the broadcast this morning because I would not be able to do it, and so I'm really appreciative of that. And I'll pick up the one coming up here for Indiana Pittsburgh or Indiana New England. I'm sorry.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.
All right.
And drop back in if you can.
I will. Enjoy the show.
3rd and 14. Regrouping is Tampa after the penalty. Three wide. Fournette joins Brady in the backfield. Fournette can't go deep. He is an AYAC. Flat pass to that AYAC Fournette. Looking for a YAC reading, does not get it. 5 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 9, and Tampa will punt with 3 minutes left in the first half. Now 2:42. They'll punt from their own 33-yard line. And it goes 56 yards. Freddie Swain now from the 11. He calls for a fair catch. First and 10 Seattle. Down 17-3. 2:24 left first half. Ball possession on this draw to Penny, who goes for no gain. Ball possession will go to Tampa to start the second half. So this is a pretty important, it would be important no matter what for Seattle here. They need to do a decent job of answering. Boy, giving Penny a lot of room here, knowing carries are at a premium is what Coach Vince is thinking. With a 17-3 lead, he's okay if something bad happens. It's a no gain. Speaking of something bad, that's for Seattle. That's not your expected result. And instead of letting the clock run, Tampa is going to force a 3rd down conversion attempt here for Seattle. We don't know what Seattle would have done with the timeout opportunity. The option goes to the defense first. Now, can Tampa get the ball back here? Or will Seattle continue the drive and try to close this margin before the end of the half? It's DJ Dallas lined up next to Russell Wilson. Lockett in at tight end. Swain's your 3rd wide receiver. And we await a play call. Not really 4th down territory here for Seattle at all, so I wouldn't expect anything but a short or long pass. Might try to catch him, doubling in the flats. Let's see. Anything but a 4th and 1 should be a no-brain punt if it comes to it from this deep in your own territory. It's a short pass to DJ Dallas. Blitzer's coming. He's not double-teamed. He gets 12 yards on Russell Wilson's card. Could knock it out of bounds. Up to the 23-yard line. And Seattle takes their second timeout, which makes it 1:45 left here in the first half. Jason Myers good out to the 37-yard line where he's 2 through 6. It's a draw to Penny. There's a holding against Seattle. So if you accept this, you wipe out that Penny carry. You sort of have to accept it as much as you'd like to see Penny down to 6 carries here, knowing that the injury to the Seattle back, Alex Collins, is out there. And there's another draw to Penny. This time he gets 7. Hunting for those big gains, including that plus 32 on 10. It's 2nd and 13. card that looks a lot like Damian Harris's is Rashad Penny, with less carries. Blocking back again, 3-2-6. Looking past Disley. 0 men there. Gets 13. Clock winds. Decision for Seattle. Now from their own 33, they'll use their last timeout, which is going to force a look at Penny's end run. Yeah, you get that off tackle is just much juicier with that plus 32. His end run doesn't give you that. You don't get that big gain around 10 that you do off tackle wrong. End run Penny, he runs it. Doesn't hit that 10, hits the 9 for 5 yards, got out of bounds, which is why you're going to run that end run, which is why I looked at it to begin with. Seattle at home, there's a long gain on Penny's 12 end run wrong, which matters when you have the home field advantage, like Seattle does today. 2nd and 5. Down to 5 carries. Vince saying, hey, even if I give a touchdown, not having Penny as a factor in the second half would be a big deal. 5 yards. First down. Seattle still in their own territory at the 43. Important to get out of bounds there, and he does. 52 seconds left. Seattle, no timeouts left. 57 yards to Pater, blocking back now versus a 3-3-5, changing posture a little bit, getting the 6th linebacker back in at middle. That's Lavonte David. Long pass. Metcalf, a man is back there. Can Wilson connect to Metcalf? He cannot. It's a must run, 6 yards. He had a chance to get out of bounds this year, and he does on the must run. So that's important. Up to now, still their own territory at their 49-yard line, 45 seconds left. 2nd and 4 for Seattle. Blocking back versus 3-3-5. Penny again lines up behind Everett. Penny up against the 0, Everett up against the 4, left linebacker. And that 4 left linebacker is the one that brings the pass rush, Shaquille Barrett. End run Penny. Looking for a big one, gets the no gain on a 0 linebacker, defensive card 6. Boy, is it a tough D. 3rd and 4, Penny now down to 4 carries, still his first fatigue level. And this is not the defense you're going to run into your second fatigue level on. That's for sure. That fatigue level means something when you're playing Tampa. Long pass, Everett. Against that 4, man is back there. Guessed right. The defender can't make the play. It's a 6. 32 yards. 6 white die. Comes up against that 4 linebacker. And it's 2nd and 10 after Wilson spikes it. As you can knock it out of bounds at the 19-yard line now for Seattle. 2nd and 10. 22 seconds left. In the first half, Seattle down 17-3. Blocking back formation. Penny doesn't give you really the short gains, which you might be looking for in this spot. Looking past Disley. He's not double teamed even though it says so. 11 yards, guessed wrong. Lavonte David did the double teaming, so it was not on the look-in pass, and it left the look-in pass zone empty. That left Disley uncovered. 2nd and goal now from the 8 after the spike. It's 8 seconds left. You have one play if you're Seattle, if you want to give it a shot, but you got to stay. You got to get out of bounds, or you got to throw an incompletion. So you got to expect here a short pass or an end run. The fact that Wilson's in the shotgun means no end run's coming. He doesn't have an end run this year. So it looks like just going for that short pass. Now in that situation, Wilson could must run, in which the out of bounds or not out of bounds will matter. So we've got to keep that in mind. And Mr. Stucci, I totally agree. Must run risk here is true. And as you know, must run from a number of different perspectives. He's double teamed as Dallas. That cuts down the must runs. Incomplete. 4 would have been a must run. Coach Vince with yet another strong call. It's 3rd and goal from the 8, and the kicking unit comes on. Jason Myers hits it. We're going to have halftime score of 17-6 Tampa. And Tampa will retain the ball here into the 3rd quarter. Usually not much in the way of breaks with these guys. Try to sneak in a look at the box score here. Biggest stat of the game right here for Seattle, 0 for 3 on 4th down. And that's dictated things, 263 to 165, as the possessions have been a little bit lopsided. Tampa getting the short field on one of those occasions. Just 8 attempts for Tom Brady versus 24 for Russell Wilson. As we get a touchback here to start the 3rd quarter for Tampa at their own 25. Off tackle, continuing the running. Nobody home, just 4 yards for Ronald Jones. Jones now with 9 runs compared to Fournette's 6 runs. So Jones winding down his carries here. He's got 5 left. Fournette, generally thought of as the better back, 2nd and 6. Might be saving him for a little bit later. Jones stays in the game as O.J. Howard returns after his first half injury. Off tackle again, this time guessed right. So goes to the defensive card, the good Seattle card, stop him for just a 1-yard gain. But what's significant there is you're starting to see some run calls from Seattle. Tampa forced the issue enough. Seattle, 25th in the league in calling run. They call run 17% of the time. So hard to get them to call run anyway. When you're Tampa, it's even harder. Three wide on this 3rd and 5. Seattle looking for a quick stop here to start the half. Fournette now in the backfield with Brady in the shotgun. 3 wide as Antonio Brown steps on the field. It's a line buck to Fournette on this 3rd and 5. He's going to get 6 on the defensive card. First down, Tampa. In those 3rd and 5 situations, Tampa has not run much all year. 25th in the league in that situation running, but turned it on, seeing the attractiveness of the no-man linebucker to get just what he needed. I guess. I mean, it did not seem like a particularly high percentage play. First down, guessed right. Goes incomplete. Pretty sure that linebacker had contained held down, didn't he? Right here. Let's see. Yeah, Bobby Wagner in the middle. So, an unlikely first down, but an important one. 2nd and 10. 3 wide versus 3-3-5. Fournette now in the ballgame. And I see that matchup with Antonio Brown versus 0. Flat pass Fournette. He's double teamed by Quandre Diggs, incomplete. So quickly to 3rd and 10 we go from Tampa's 36-yard line. 12:36 left 3rd quarter. Leading 17-6. Three wide. Couple decent matchups up there for Godwin versus the 4. Brown versus the 0. Short pass Brown. He's double teamed and it's incomplete. We noted the big double teaming and the successful double teaming of Seattle. And comes up twice in a row there. 4th and 10 now. Forces the punt. Swain is at his own 17-yard line. And Swain gets 8 yards on the return. Seattle will start out at their 25-yard line. 12 minutes left 3rd quarter. Tampa leads 17-6. Too tight with DJ Dallas. Alex Collins knocked out of the game. Double teamed is Everett, and it's incomplete. So he must have been sending his linebacker, his coverage guy, and double teamed him to show up with 3 men in zone on that play. His coverage guy being the blitzing Shaquille Barrett. Short pass. Dallas. Again? Yes. Blitz coming. A lot of it. Can Tampa get there? They cannot. He's flush on the 40% sack. And it's a 1-yard gain. Gerald Everett does not get much. So Anthony Nelson, the pass rushing guy off the bench of this linebacking crew, with just a 6, brought a 40% sack against Gabe Jackson and hit the 74 on the 100 die. 3rd and 9. 11:06 left, third quarter, non-blitzing 3-3-5. Short pass, Metcalf, 4 men in zone. Complete for 12 on Wilson's card. No penalty on the X. Seattle up to their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Penny checks back in. Penny with 4 carries left to the first fatigue level. Long pass, guessed wrong, opportunity for Wilson. 26 yards, complete on Metcalf's card. Make it Lockett's card. Up to the Tampa 36. Tampa a little more likely to call run. They came in at a 23% clip. Good for 15th in the league, right in the middle. Again, compare that to Seattle 17 on their defensive side. Their propensity to call run. Flat pass, Disley, guessed right, man there. Short gain, possible penalty, 13 yards. Flag is waved off, and Seattle's in business at the Tampa 23-yard line. 9:54 left, third quarter. Tampa maintains its 17-6 lead, at least as of now. Blocking back formation with Penny and Everett. Goes 3-3-5 with Penny in the backfield. Off tackle, Penny, he runs it, and he just gets a yard on one of those precious few carries left for Penny. That is disappointing for Coach Crowley. Just missing the plus 32. 2nd and 9. Blocking back versus the 3-3-5. With Penny remaining in the ballgame here with 3 carries left of first fatigue. And again, I mean, it's a tough spot for Seattle here. He's got to hit it here with Penny. Off tackle. Unnecessary roughness is going to tack it on. So the carry stays and counts for 6 yards. Tampa then had the roughness. That's going to put Seattle at Tampa's 8-yard line. Penny with just 2 carries left. He's joined with DJ Dallas in the backfield. Full house versus 3-3-5. A blitzing 3-3-5. End run, it goes back to Penny. It's guessed wrong. Penny is going to get no gain again on that defensive 6 roll for no gain with no linebackers in zone. Man. Seattle came into the game 4th in the league in running on 1st and goal. 26 short passing. And they held true to tendency there. Running Penny into the ground, it's not a good spot for Seattle. It just is not. Once you get to that second fatigue level, what happens is it goes automatically guessed right. You cannot go guessed wrong on your own card once you get to the second fatigue level, which is okay when you're facing a bad run defense. Take it. But you're facing Tampa today. So it just makes it very difficult. With Collins out, that gives you Carson, who's low use, and it'll give you DJ Dallas. Also low use. Full house here on 2nd and goal from the 8. Blitzing 3-3-5. I hope we're not hung up. Maybe we are. Uncharacteristic of Dennis to take more than a millisecond to get a play call in. Going to check the old Slack here. Yeah, we've got to hang up. We'll be right back as we settle that. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back. Second and goal from the 8. And I see another user drop. So maybe we're not. Well, it looks okay. Maybe that was the original user drop. Probably was. Yeah, must have been. So second and goal from the 8 now. Short pass, Disley. He's not double teamed. Guessed right. Blitz coming. Complete for 12. Disley brings it in. Not your strongest receiver, but able to bring it in. And now decision for Seattle. Yeah, they'll go for 2 to try to cut this lead to a field goal. Full house formation. It's Carson and Penny. Three, 4 blitz. Here we go. Decision for Seattle. Dennis being a little more meticulous on his play calls here. Picking and choosing against this tough Tampa D. Goes short pass, guessed wrong. Complete. Possible penalties waved off. 2 points makes it 17-14 Tampa. 8:06 left, third quarter. $17-yard return on the 12. Puts Tampa at their own 19-yard line. Blocking back formation against the 4-3. Ronald Jones, 4 yards. Sticking with Jones. Second and 6 now. Jones stays in the ballgame. It's Evans, Gronk, and Godwin. Howard as your blocking back. Flat pass. Guess wrong to Gronk. 2 men there. Can't shut it down. Possible penalty. Offside against Seattle. That's going to be declined. Gronk's going to get 11 yards. And it's going to be a first down for Seattle. For Tampa, out to their own 34. Now nursing a 3-point lead with 6:54 left here in the third quarter. Had a chance to take a 3-score lead. on the first possession of the second half. Could not cash it in. Seattle came back with a touchdown drive. Looking past. Nobody home to Gronk. Opportunity for 13. Gets it. No flag. 1st and 10 up to the 47. .6:18 left third quarter. Blocking back formation with Ronald Jones. Short pass. Godwin. He's double teamed. Still gets 11 yards on Seattle's cards. 4 men, 6 comes up. 1st and 10 up to the Seattle 42-yard line. 5:42 left third quarter. Tampa leading 17-14. Blocking back, Ronald Jones behind O.J. Howard again. Evans, Gronk, and Godwin as your receivers. Base 4-3, which is again a mini victory for Tampa. They have their run game respected even that much. Short pass, guessed wrong to Gronk. Opportunity for Brady, comes through with 13 yards. Tampa Bay struggled all year getting guest run opportunities. They ended up finishing 28th in the league. Check that, 26th in the league at 87% guest right pass. At one point, they were up at 95%. When they put the winning streak together, they were able to establish the running game to generate opportunities like that to get the wins. First down, Quandre Diggs is going to make a nice play to prevent a 6-yard gain. For 1 yard instead, makes it 2nd and 9 at the Seattle 28-yard line. 4:48 left to play third quarter. 3 wide now with Fournette. Nickel not blitzing for Seattle. Short pass, Evans. He's not double teamed. Foreman in zone, 11 yards again on the defensive 6 roll. Up to the 17-yard line is Tampa. Into the red zone they go. 1st and 10, 4:12 left third quarter. It's Ronald Jones as halfback, as we typically see him in this blocking back formation. We've been seeing Fournette in the 3 wide. Short pass, Evans. He's not double teamed. Incomplete. Alex Kappa out for the rest of the half. So important injury there. We're going to check the specific effects along the line. But in Kappa, you lose, well, they're a worse guy, but I don't know who's coming in. Okay, so we've gone from 3 pass block down to 2. And in this 3-3-5, he's not going to be a factor. End run, Fournette. Loss of 6, but there's a loss of 5 before the play starts. Get to do it again on the false start. 2nd and 15 from the 22. Kappa was a 4-run block, and you got a 0 coming back. So I guess if you're going to lose anybody, losing Kappa, your right guard is probably who you want to lose. So not that big of a deal. After all, 2nd and 15. Now outside the red zone at the 22-yard line. So we had an incomplete to Evans. Now a penalty. Some faltering in the red zone for Tampa. Still plenty of time to recover here. Blitzing 3-3-5 for Seattle against Fournette. Look-in pass. Nobody's home for Godwin, 8 yards. Will make it 3rd and 7 from the 14. Awaiting the formation. It's 3 wide, 7 yards hard to come by on the defensive cards of Seattle. In the shotgun, so you're going against Wagner, and he's a 6 in there in terms of containment. Blitzing 3-3-5. We're checking Fournette before. He's a 0 pass block. That gives an opportunity for Quandre Diggs to get in. Gronk, a great option in the flats here. The guys, of course, all the other guys good at either flat or short. All of them are, anywhere you go. You've got a good receiving option with this squad. Other than Fournette. He's not doing much blocking there either, by the way. You may as well have Keyshawn Vaughn there and get your 4. Turn it to pass blocking. Short pass to Fournette. He is double teamed. Incomplete. It would have been incomplete guessed right too, but a brilliant double team call nonetheless. 4th and 7. Here comes Suckup from short, where he's 2 through 9, 12. The kick is good on the 8. 20-14. Tampa leads Seattle. 2:42 left, third quarter. 25-yard return for Homer. We'll start Seattle out at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Just needs a touchdown to take the lead. Too tight versus the 3-3-5. DJ Dallas in the backfield. Off tackle, DJ Dallas. No, the boxes are activated here. Going to get 15 on the defensive 11 roll off the 4. It was 2 through 5, 11, 12 for 15. Hits it. Up to their own 43. DJ Dallas. 33 attempts. Gives you plus 13 and plus 14 on 6-7 off tackle. And here's an off tackle. But no blocking back there. Means it's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. But he is capped by low use. His average is 4.2. As you can see, he also has very much elevated fumbles here. 30.3, and that was guessed wrong, I believe. So, all sorts of risks here. There's the 6 white die on the look-in pass. But yet again, the right man is in the right spot when the 6 comes up. Incomplete, 3rd and 9. Would have been a 10-yard gain otherwise. Right there. 3 wide versus the 3-3-5. DJ Dallas in the backfield. You can pin your ears back here if you're Tampa. This is 2-down territory, so the flats are a little bit, under threat, knowing it's a 4-down territory here. Short pass, Metcalf. Guessed right. Complete for 10. That's going to be a 1st down to the Tampa 46-yard line. Both of these teams hitting the short pass 4-man 6 with some frequency for completions, often in big spots. And that was a big one there as the clock winds down on the 3rd quarter. 18 seconds left. 1st and 10 Seattle, down 6 points at the Tampa 46. Too tight. Going against 3-4. Long pass, Lockett. Guess right, man is back there. It is incomplete on Lockett's card. Can't bring that one in. Gets the 5, needed 6, 7, 10, or 12. You see lots of opportunities for completions back there against this Tampa team. Long pass, 1 man. The pick, 2 through 5, 11, 12. That ends the 3rd quarter. Long pass again, going right back to Lockett. Looking, hunting. Can't find it. Just misses the pick. On the 6, on the 2 through 5, 11, 12 split. Makes it 3rd and 10. 3-3-5 now. 3 wide with DJ Dallas. Tampa's not been able to cash in on the advantage they've had at left defensive end versus the injured Seattle tackle. Is that going to show up in a big spot at some point? Long looking pass. Everett, he's double teamed by the wrong guy. 13 yards. His double team was by Levante David, and that's the second time that's happened where David's been busy double teaming, and Dennis is thrown to his zone. Gets 13 yards. Would have been a stop if David had stayed home. Up to the Tampa 33-yard line. 1st and 10. 14:06 left, 4th quarter. Too tight with DJ Dallas. It's an off tackle to Dallas. Vita Vea again makes the stop. 2nd and 10. Too tight. Everett and Disley. Penny now back into the ball game. 3-3-5 for Tampa. We await the play call on the 2nd and 10. Off tackle. Here's Penny. Opportunity with boxes activated. Can he hit his big numbers? He can't. 7 yards. And he fumbles. Who's it picked up by? It's picked up by Seattle again. Their second fumble recovered by the offense. Gets no gain on the attempt to return it. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Penny, min fumble of 3. Gets the 2 right here on the 1,000 die. Blocking back now versus 3-4 on this 3rd and 3. Certainly 2-down territory here for Seattle. Would be very surprised if they did, unless they get sacked. They keep it 3rd and 3 or less. Short pass Metcalf. Looking for it right here. Makes sense. Incomplete on the INT split of Russell Wilson. 4th and 3. Good spot to go for it here. Field goal chance is 2 through 7, 12. So we see the blocking back formation with Carson. Carson, low usage, but averages 4.3. So that would not be a factor if it were to come to that. 3-4D, no blitz. It's not a bad idea to blitz here because you get a 6-6 free safety to join the party with the front 7. So if you end up calling pass, it's a great way to hedge when you have that 6-run safety back there to help out. 4th and 3. Here's the play call. And Tampa come up again on 4th down. Gonna come with another big play. Short pass, guess wrong. Opportunity, 4 men there. Wilson completes for 15. To the Tampa 11-yard line, 1st and 10. As the clock ticked down toward 12 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Seattle can take the lead here with 11 more yards. DJ Dallas lines up behind Gerald Everett in this blocking back formation. A blitzing 3-4 for Tampa. At the 11, all the options are open to Seattle. Not a bad spot to be. And here we go on this 1st and 10. Off tackle, draw. Makes sense to draw from this spot. DJ Dallas looking to avoid that low usage contain and maybe a touchdown on his card. Can he do it? The roll is that 14 yards, but the 2 shows up. And as a result, is capped at 4 yards, 2nd and 6 from the 7. Full house backfield. Penny now has the halo at his first fatigue level. Still run him here okay, just fine for the next 2 rushes. Not a big deal. Beyond that, big deal. And run to Penny. He can't even get a yard. The blocking back again comes up. A 5, meaning not even a 4 in the backfield, who would have been upgraded on the full house, makes it 3rd and 7 from the 8. Penny left with just really 1 useful carry left. With 11:06 left here in the 4th quarter. A long way to go. It's blocking back in a shotgun. No pistol for Wilson. It's 3rd and 7. So you lose some of Dallas's punch on off tackle here, but he can still do it up the gut if needed, especially when you're thinking 2 downs. But knowing no end runs are there, you're going to find linebackers in the middle. There's just no way to get an end run, so this has to be a pass. Certainly from Seattle's perspective, just make sure those linebackers are covering up the inside and guess pass with no threat of end run. Short pass, Metcalf, he's double teamed. And that's why it's going to be incomplete. However, a false start against Seattle pushes the ball back 5 yards. We'll do it again, 3rd and 12 from the 13-yard line. So on that play, we had Metcalf double teamed. He was guarded by a 5. The 7 came up on the defensive card, which with a 6 white die would have been complete if not for the double team, but nothing mattered at all because it was a pre-snap penalty. And now we do it again, but this time from 13 yards out. It's a 3rd and 12. Can get a first down at that 1-yard line. 3 wide with DJ Dallas in the shotgun again. Looking past Swain. Man is there. And he was double teamed, incomplete. Possible penalties waived off. 4th and 12. That's going to put Seattle in a position where they have to kick, and they're going to do it. Here comes Myers from 30 yards out. The kick is good. It's a field goal game. Tampa leads 20-17. 9 yards deep is Jalen Darden. He takes a knee. 10:30 left. Fourth quarter. Tampa with the lead and the ball. 20-17. Formation decisions here from Coach Vince. Decisions. Blocking back formation. It's Fournette. Now taking the place of Ronald Jones back there. It's a blitzing 4-3. O.J. Howard does not bring pass block. Or run block, for that matter. Looking past Fournette. Nobody's home. Possible blitz coming. He's going to get 10 yards. Fournette does have good yak. And that's what brings him the first down up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Tampa. Clock now under 10 minutes left. Blocking back again with Fournette. Non-blitzing 4-3. Line bucked Fournette. Nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Opportunity for Tampa to get some yards. It's going to be a 10-yard pickup again for Fournette. Gets the lowest reading on short gain possible. It was a 7-roll. Guessed wrong on Fournette's line buck wrong card. 1st and 10 Tampa at the 45. 9:18 now. Left to play in the fourth. Tampa's offense been very quiet for the last, roughly 2 quarters. Blocking back versus 4-3. Short pass. Guessed wrong. Opportunity for Brady. He hits it for 13 yards on the defensive card to Chris Godwin. Into Seattle territory at the 42. 8:42 now left to play. 1st and 10. Formation for Tampa is the same. Blocking back with Fournette. Ronald Jones now resting for Tampa after seeing much of the action in this formation. Up to this point in the game. Short pass. Guess right. Some pass rush coming. Incomplete. Possible penalty is waved off. 2nd and 10. So we take a look at in this case, the defensive penalty card of Seattle. There's opportunities to get dinged. A rule of 8 is a number 5 against Seattle. So, slightly negative card, slightly, for Seattle. 2nd and 10. Escape there. Guessed wrong. Antonio Brown. Another opportunity for Brady. Can he hit it this time on this 2nd and 10? Yes! 16 yards. Guessed right is an incompletion there. But it's the biggest gain on this short pass guessed wrong card instead. 16 yards to the Seattle 26-yard line. 8:06 left to play. Tampa threatening. That Tampa card's full of blanks. By the way, linebucker, Fournette, guessed wrong, meaning the penalty card. 15 yards up the gut. 2 through 7, 12. He hits the 7 on the linebucker 4 reading for Seattle. And it's a 1st and 10 at the Seattle 11-yard line for Tampa. Blocking back formation. Fournette is in behind Howard on the 11. Seattle also just had a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, just on their last possession. Now, it's a good spot to be in. You have the flat pass alive. I like to run draws out of here. It's a regular off tackle. Nobody's home, though, and the blocking back will not be able to help. It is a 1-yard gain, maintains the 10-yard line. Injury to Mayowa. Benson Mayowa out for the game for the Seattle defense. We'll take a check on that. Let's see here. He's the right linebacker. So that's going to leave a vulnerability for Seattle on 3rd downs. He's just out for the rest of this game. He'll be a 0-0 out there at the right linebacker position. Whoever comes in, probably Darrell Taylor, brings some pass rush, though, at 7. But when you get into containment positions, which you won't be inside the 10, there'll be a 0 on the outside linebacker spot. 3 wide versus a blitzing 3-3-5. Short pass, Evans. Diggs brings pass rush, and there he gets in! Quandre Diggs comes in for a 9-yard loss. 52% chance of a sack. Hits the 17 on the 100 die. 9-yard loss. 3rd and 18. Important to get those extra few yards. 3rd and 18. Highly unlikely. Three wide for Tampa. 6:18 left, fourth quarter. Tampa was looking poised to take a 2-score lead. Instead, now they're hoping just for a field goal. Maybe they'll get a penalty here, keep this drive alive. Let's see. Short pass, Antonio Brown. Incomplete. No flags down. 4th and 18 from the 19-yard line. Here comes Ryan Suckup, where he's 2 through 9-12. Little bit of variable risk. It's good. 23-17. 6 minutes left. Another good one in the USFFL playoffs. We've had good one after good one, it seems. And for those that like good endings, you wanted to see the field goal there to keep it a 1-score game. I'm going to send yet another email out to the league saying, hey, jump on this if you can. So stay with me here while I write this out. Coming down to the wire again, this time in Seattle. And I'll get the link. First and 10 from the 25. And Dennis needs a minute, and I'm going to grab a water. Right back. Okay. So Seattle has 5:42 left. We'll take a look at the box score here while we have a second. .394 to 304. Seattle with the lead in yards. Yards per play edge, however, to Tampa. Both quarterbacks over 90 in rating. See Brady's attempts come up here in the second half. Dennis is ready to go. And game on. Penny, 1 carry left, so a very difficult fatigue level. Surprised you didn't go 3-2-6 here. It's David in the game, though, at 3-3-5. I guess that's an important reason to shy away from the 3-2-6. Looking past Disley, right, nicely done. Whenever Levante David exits the zone, Seattle's been able to take advantage of it. First down out to their own 36-yard line. Off tackle, Penny. There you go. 7 yards, make it 6. And Penny now has reached his second fatigue level. So he is not a very useful player from here on out. And he exits the game. DJ Dallas in at halfback, too tight. Up against 3-4. Short pass, gets right to Dallas. He's going to get flushed. Wilson, 10 yards. Gerald Everett's pretty much his best reading. He has a plus 13 down at 12, but gets 10 yards on the 5. Brings Seattle into Tampa territory. 3:54 left. Not much of a running game to speak of here. Going to get pass calls, probably exclusively, unless we're in special situations. That gives the opportunity for Seattle to run down the clock, but they need a touchdown. I don't know that you want to get too cute here, at least at this stage. Well, here you go. If you wanted to get cute, you get going on it. 4 yards. Misses the short gain on the lone short gain on the Tampa defensive cards. 2nd and 6. Down to 3:18 left. Yeah, you don't have to do much here, run or pass. You can get this clock way down. Just need first downs by hook or by crook, and you'll get this clock well under 2 minutes. 2nd and 6, off tackle, this time to Penny. He's going, guess wrong? Why guess wrong? What fatigue level are you in? I would not think that would be guessed wrong. Let's see if I got my, maybe he was 1 carry away from that second fatigue level. We will double check if and when he comes back in. If that put him there, we may not see him again. 3rd and 5. Three wide. Against a 3-3-5. 2:42 left to play. Seattle needs a touchdown. They're down 6 points. They're at the Tampa 43. Short pass, Metcalf. 4 men in zone. Incomplete. Offsides against Tampa Bay. First down, Seattle to the Tampa 38. It went to the Seattle penalty card. Must have hit the 10 roll for opponent offsides. DJ Dallas behind Gerald Everett in the blocking back formation. 2:24 left. High drama here in Seattle. Blocking back versus 3-4. 4 men in zone for short pass to Metcalf. It's complete for 12 on Wilson's card. Up to the 26. Down to the warning. So with 2 more first downs theoretically to get, Seattle, of course, could run this clock out. Theoretically, it's in play. Unlikely. Depending how many plays he gets to this first down, it's in the cards. I mean, this is a puzzling spot of whether you want to use your timeouts here or not. A lot depends on the yardage results. Play to play, 1st and 10. Blocking back is DJ Dallas behind Gerald Everett. It's Metcalf, Lockett, and Disley at the other skill spots. 3-4 defense. It's an off tackle to DJ Dallas. Man is behind. Box is activated. Guess wrong. Going to get 4 yards because of the low usage. Would have had 14. 1 white die would have got on the 14 yards. He had the 3 white die. 2nd and 6. Off tackle again. Another 4 yards. Sorry, I took my eyes off the game for a second. Okay, we're at 2nd and 6. It's that same play. Sorry. Oh, but here it is. Off tackle, DJ Dallas. Getting very confusing here, but I'll follow along. 4 yards again. Okay. 3rd and 2. 1:15 left. Has not used his timeouts yet. Obviously, will begin to use them if the first down is converted here. That's not a touchdown. Blocking back versus 3-4. We've not seen many 2 men in zone situations in the flats for Tampa so far today. Seattle might be thinking about that. The linebackers usually are getting busy doing something else. Blocking back versus base 3-4. It's an off tackle DJ Dallas. Nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Another 4 yards. 1st and 10 to the 14. I think we'll see our first timeout from Tampa. We do not. Down to 52 seconds. You can make a case either way there. I understand. I guess I probably wouldn't have called it either. 20. Just want to wait to see what happens on this first down and 10. It's from the 14. It's DJ Dallas behind Gerald Everett. Disley at tight end. Of course, Lockett and Metcalf are the wide receivers. Still have not gotten a sack off of Shoinka versus Forsyth. Tampa's been waiting all day for that. Will Seattle even give him the chance? DJ Dallas going to run again. This time, guessed right, loss of 2. Gutsy guessed run call by Coach Vince pays off. 2nd and 12 back to the 16. Timeout situation is interesting. They're going to let it run. Down to 30 seconds. 3 timeouts for both teams. Really interesting to let it run there from the 16. 22, 15, 8, 1. 4 plays left for Seattle to get in from the 16-yard line. One way or the other, he's got 4 plays left. He might run into a 4th down conversion situation on the 3rd play, depending on what happens in the series of down. It's blocking back TJ Dallas and Gerald Everett formation. Disley again in at tight end against the non-blitzing 3-4, and the defense takes a timeout. I think you're going to see Tampa move to a nickel here. And might consider blitzing. Let's see if Seattle, knowing that, starts out 3 wide. They stay blocking back. So we're going to see a nickel, or we're going to see blitz, or we're going to see both from Tampa on the 2nd and 12. We see nickel, non-blitzing. Gerald Everett, the blocking back, has a 4 pass block. So figure there's other things for the safety to do. It's a draw to DJ Dallas. DJ Dallas looking for that one white die. Does he get it? He does not, but he gets 9 yards, pushed down to 4. Yet again. Welcome, Jess.
Hey, Anthony. How you doing?
We're doing well. We're coming right down to the wire here. 3rd and 8 from the 12-yard line. DJ Dallas now hits his first fatigue level. Jess, the coach of the Carolina Panthers here in the USFFL. It's a 3rd and 8. Blocking back formation, Dallas behind Everett. Nickel 3-3-5. Non-blitzing. You can run draw again here if he wants to run, but with 22 seconds left, not sure. Interesting play call. Flat pass also in play. He's hit the look in for 0 men a few times today. Everything on the line here. Big play call for Dennis Crowley. We await the play call. Bringing it in off the sideline. Ever so slowly. Short pass. Disley. 4 men in zone. 14 yards. Touchdown. No flags are down. Seattle makes it a 23-23 tie. This could break the tie. Jason Myers on for the extra point. He does have a miss. The kick is good. Barely on the 10. 24-23. Seattle looking to advance. Goes for the squib. 1 second left for Tampa. They'll have 73 yards in one play. They are on the road. That makes it that much more difficult. The long gain charts won't be working for him if you can find Brady's long pass, long gain, which sits on that nice juicy number of 8. Now, that's if the double teams miss. (3-2-6) for Seattle against a 3 wide. Shotgun. Keyshawn Vaughn brings some pass block. No asterisks coming anyway. I believe we have 3 receivers here eligible to get this far in the USFFL. You can find a way to double team all of them, I believe, here, which I'm sure Vince knows. I don't think Gronk has it in him. Worth checking. I doubt I'll be able to check in time here, as Vince might be checking too. Long pass Antonio Brown. He is double teamed. Barring a penalty, this should do it. It's an interception. There's no flags down. That'll do it. Seattle comes back. Down 11 points early. Comes back with 18 second half points, including a 2-point conversion, to get the win. Seattle will either host San Francisco or travel to Green Bay for a rematch. Invite the guys on.
I'm going to head off.
Okay. Very good.
All right. Bye, Anthony.
So long. Feel free to join the broadcast. No pressure, of course. So, while we see if Dennis or Vince joins. Take a look at the box. 8 yards from Seattle, 464. Just foiled by 1 for 4 on 4th down. We'll take a look at the drives in a second. Penalty surprisingly falling on Tampa Bay. We've seen a few surprises so far like that in playoffs. Did I post StreamYard? I did, yes. We'll respond to Dennis. It's there. Make sure it's there. Okay. Well, that was a tough one. Congrats.
Wow, what a game, huh?
Yeah. So, your thoughts? I just let you freeform it.
I thought, wow, Vince has come a long way, because some of those perfect calls in the first half surprised me. I didn't expect that. You know, you get to know a guy's coaching style over the years, and Vince used to be just a stand around guy. He wouldn't double team. He wouldn't key. He would just kind of let the dice fall where they may. But man, has he improved in his coaching or what? He was all over me in the first half, put me in a big hole, and frankly, I'm lucky to get through to the next round.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, he started with some great obviously the first 4th down call, double team of Tyler Lockett was absolutely perfect.
Yep.
You know, your decision to roll with Penny, you know, I mean, at that point, I mean, from your point of view, where you're like, well, okay, I know he's not going to call run now because I got Alex Collins out. He's probably just going to sit back and pin his ears back on pass. I mean, do you view that as opportunity or as problem?
Yeah. The 4 yards are and a cloud of dust strategy, because it was DJ Dallas that I had in there on that last drive.
Yep.
And he's a minimum guy capped at 4, which is his average. So,
yeah, I mean, do you view that as opportunity, or do you view that as, oh shit, I'm without anybody who can break it?
Well, no, I did that because number one, like you said, I knew he wasn't going to call run. I was waiting to hit that 7 short gain on his car with nobody in the zone.
Yep.
He wasn't bringing anybody at that point. He did earlier, and then I wanted to use the ball all the time. I didn't want to give Brady any time left to come back down the field and get a field goal. All he would have needed was, if assuming I make the extra point, he needs 1 point or one field goal to win it. And Brady's like one of the best cards in the set. So
one of the breaks you needed to get through this game was to not have your right tackle give up a sack.
Yeah, that was always
70% all game.
It's like right here over my head. Like, come on, Brandon Shell, you can get through this one. Get back, get some of that miracle water or whatever to get healed. Yeah, so that the 0-0 backup, there was always like a 72% chance of a sack every play if the D comes up. And the D didn't come up that much. And I did flat maybe a little bit more because of that. But
what were you sensing on those look-in passes? You caught, I think, 3 empty look-ins with Devontae busy double teaming. Levante David busy double teaming.
I don't know if the middle linebacker was double teaming so much as he would use the 0 to double team and then slide the 6 out to cover the 0. And he did that over and over again. So when you see a pattern, and one time I threw in the middle and he was home, but there was a couple of key plays where he had vacated that look-in pass and I took advantage of it.
Yeah, so it worked for you more than it didn't, that's for sure. But you're right. The one time he did stay home, you did roll a 6, by the way.
Right. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh man, you decided I would have got that, but I just was trying to keep consistent with that, trying to make him think about it.
On defense, were you surprised how much you ran?
Yeah, again, like I said, I think Vince has come a long way in his coaching. And that last drive, look at, he stopped me on my drive the previous time, so I had to settle for a field goal. And I really am stuck in that. If I get to like the 7, 8, 9 yard line, it's tough for me to run it in against excellent pass defense because there's always going to be guys in the zone. One of those runs could be -4 or -3 or whatever.
Yes, exactly. So,
and I don't have Shell on the right tackle, so there's a big chance of a sack. So I'm kind of stuck. So he held me to a field goal. And then he comes down and does kind of like what he did in the first half, where he totally had me off balance. I was running, he was passing. I was calling run, he was passing. I was calling pass, he was running. Couldn't get anything going. And even when I get a correct double team, it's still complete on the D card or whatever. He comes down. He has it inside my red zone. If he gets a touchdown there, it's good night. See you later. 2-score game. You're not going to overcome it with no running backs. But weak pass blocking.
Yeah, Quandre Diggs got it done. Quandre Diggs, that's exactly. Quandre Diggs came up.
Got the sack, and then was able to hold him to field goal, so I get the ball back with a chance, and then, you know the rest. But that was a heck of a tough game. Really, really tough.
Would have liked to see Keyshawn Vaughn and more. I didn't see what the sack 100 die was. I know it was like a 40%er. I'm curious if Vaughn would have given it up. Who's a 4 pass block. Saw a lot of Fournette 3 wide, even on 3rd and 10s. Against Bobby Wagner in the middle, you're not going to be running there.
And he used some of my old stuff against me. He did run on 3rd down and 6 a couple times.
He got it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, go ahead, land on the O card. Wags is going to stop it.
Well, we commented that was a pretty unlikely first down. Because I think he needed 6 exactly, and that was.
But doesn't that remind you of something I would do? I swear to God,
yes.
It's like, okay, I'm coaching against myself here. Vince has really stepped up.
But the only reason you would do it is not because you would expect to get the first down, because you wanted 4th down positioning. Sure. Unless you believe that your 15% is better than everybody else's 15%, which it isn't, right?
But how do we know that Vince wasn't thinking the same thing?
He might have been. Yeah.
He went on 4th and short in his own end once. So I made it.
It's a couple great calls all the way around on 4th down. Well, you're going to face either the Packers or the Niners. You face the Niners twice. I think you've beaten them twice, right?
Both of them tough matchups, but the Packers, that team is like, he coaches it well, and he just beat Scott just beat me in the Super Bowl with I would say a worse team, so that's going to be a tough one.
It's a game, Dennis, where you just you want to just keep it a field goal game. If you can get this, you can make it Mason Crosby, as the guy with the pressure. If you're up 3, that's a bad kicking card, just bad.
Yeah, well, let's give it up to the kickers today, both of us.
Yeah.
Vince and I suck up, and Jason Myers have not, don't have the best cards, but they came through 100% today.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to jump on a 3:00 call here.
All righty.
Worked out just fine. Unless you had anything else to add, we can.
Nope. Looking forward to it. Thanks for broadcasting. Are you going to play Joe later today? Do you want me to broadcast that?
No, we're going to do it Thursday.
Okay.
We're just going to do it Thursday. But thank you for the offer. Appreciate that.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.
Good luck in yours.
Thank you. All right, that is it from Seattle. The Seahawks pull off the comeback win, advance to the NFC Championship game again, where they won it last year, lost in the Super Bowl. They'll face either Green Bay or San Francisco. That game is upcoming later this week. So 3 more playoff games left this week. We'll hopefully see you on one of those broadcasts. Until then, so long.